All right, so this is the mixing board now. I got it on its side because when I was looking for the short, I basically removed all these solder points from the motherboard in the bottom. When I put the solder in, I did it on my back on some type of moving device, and if the solder fell and hit my face, it would burn my face. So this time I'm doing something smart. I put this board on its side so that I can actually solder to each of these connectors. But when I started doing that, I realized, do I really want to solder? It's messy. It's not really clean. So I'm thinking about, so I purchased some, I guess you call it some heat shrinking tube connectors that will allow me to connect these cables here to up here so that when it connects, I don't have to worry about getting solder everywhere. I don't know if it's going to work, but we shall see. I ordered it today. It will come on Thursday. So these I did not unsolder, but if it ends up working, I will unsolder these and put those shrink tubings on to see if it works. For those of you who are wondering, what am I actually doing? I'm basically had a short in this board that I somehow created about 2.5 years ago, and I left it, never fixed it. I fixed it recently, and now I'm just putting everything back to where it was and putting this up together again. And that's what this board's all about. So this is the bottom of this board. The schematics have 3 sections. They have a front motherboard, middle motherboard, and rear motherboard. The connection points are they're in 150 points in the sense of each row has 150 points going from 50, 50, 50. The first 50, 1 through 50 is in the back here, which gives you your buses, which is 1 through 32 because I have 32 channels. The next 50 points is here in the middle motherboard, which has your voltages, which also has your mic inputs, your phantom power, your EQ points, and some other things. And your last 50 points, or your last 50, which gives you 101 to 150. And that one basically has, it's actually usually mainly for your, what is that? What would you call it? Not master. You'd be your, let's see, your channels 1 through 8 master section of your channel, so your buses, so that you can kind of group them and everything else. The automation was removed, which I took out because we're not using automation. Usually this should run at plus or minus 36 volt. I believe that went down to 32 or 33 volt, or it could be 18. I actually don't remember. I have to check that out again. But it also has a 15 volt, has a 5 volt, have a 24 volt. On the power supply. So that's basically what I'll be doing. I'm waiting for that to jump on this. Until then, bring this out. So this is this board. So this is a MCI JH500B. And this is the tan model. And this has 32 channels. Over here where this mess is, this is my MCI 528B, but it only has 24 channels. So this board I bought this board after I got this first board for parts for this board. But as I learned how to read schematics and fix things, I realized this doesn't have to be a parts board. This can actually be its own board. So right now, I'm going to get this guy back up and running. So on this board, I recapped all the channels with Nichicon capacitors, took the 85s out, made them to 105. And I did all that with this board, and I have a lot of spare parts for both of these boards. So this one I'm not too worried about, but the meter bridge on this board used to be plasma, and I changed it from plasma to a VU. And I haven't really finished connecting it, and that's where the short was actually. Not even on the bottom board here, but it was on the meter bridge. So right now I disconnected the meter bridge, put it out, everything else. Once I get the bottom and the channels up, then I will have to figure out how to connect the meter bridge the correct way, what resistors I need, and all that other stuff. As for this here, this doesn't have this issue. The issue with this board right here, and I only noticed it when I removed these TT patch bays, is the owners did something stupid. This is a TT patch bay, and what a patch bay does, it allows all the connections of the board from the back to be accessed through these front